If you're struggling to get food on the table or just you don't have enough money for groceries and whatnot, the way that you can get food and make money is by getting a part-time job in the restaurant industry.
Hello everyone, this is Magbo Gaming here. I hope you're all doing well today. And we're pivoting to other topics right now. We're taking a little break from the Nintendo side of things. And today we are gonna talk about China's simp economy collapses, no man paying, three girls mocked for not being paid $30. I don't know really. I do not have a lot of topic of this, so I'll try my best. But from what I know, there's a lot of men trying to walk away from a lot of Chinese women over there, and there's other countries like it too, because I remember I did these videos before, or when Angry Guy talked about it, that women tends to ask too much in order to marry them, and like a dowry and all that stuff, and I'm like, this is corrupted. Anyways, if you also want to check out Angry Guy at Rumble, you could do in the description below. He uploads exclusive content there that YouTube cannot allow to do because he curses like a sailor over there. He definitely does not hold back in his opinions. And you can check out the Angry Crypto Academy if you want to invest into crypto and learn how to own assets to combat against the old digital future, and you can still have ownership of something that you have full control over. Anyway, let's get to the commentary of the video, and I hope that you enjoy.
Has not only hit businesses, but it's also reshaping social relationships. A recent incident in Liaoning reflects how these changes are playing out in daily life. Three young women went out for a barbecue late at night. Throughout the meal, they kept calling male friends, asking them to join for drinks. Unfortunately, none of the men agreed to the invitation, and no one showed up. When it was time to pay, the restaurant owner discovered that the three women couldn't cover a bill of just over 200 yuan. So what?
I ran a bar myself. They said they had no money.
You're bullying young girls.
Who's bullying you? You drank 5 or 6 bottles of beer, ate your fill, and now can't pay 200 yuan? People are laughing. It's embarrassing.
In the video, a woman squatted on the ground, arguing with the owner while frantically messaging friends for help. The restaurant posted the footage online, which quickly sparked a heated debate. Viewers mocked the women, suggesting that they had planned to find someone to pay for them. Some praised the absent men for refusing, believing that they had likely been taken advantage of before. Others pointed out a wider trend. When women invite men out, especially at the last minute, the expectation is often that the man will cover the bill.
Yeah, so I don't know. If a man invites a woman to date, then yeah, most likely the man is being expected to pay for the date. So that's one thing. But if a woman invites a man to the date, then they should not expect the man to pay for everything. Because that's kind of like entrapment in some way, that you're trying to entrap someone to go on a date with you, and then all of a sudden you expect the man to pay everything, even thought that you're the one that invited him. And then you just have that kind of expectation. The man kind of hesitate, and then the woman blames the man. Oh, so you don't really like me that much because you won't get me anything. Like, honestly, if I was a woman and I invited someone as a date, then I would be the one trying to cover the costs. But sometimes I invite someone out and, I cover my own costs, and I ask them, are you able to cover your own costs, or do you need me to pay for you? Just to be sure. I haven't been on much dates in my entire life, so I can't say how this whole thing works completely, but that's how I feel.
Highlights the collapse of what some have called the simp economy, referring to men who spend money, time, and effort on women without receiving genuine affection.
And that's another thing. The man can do so much for a woman these days. It could go above and beyond to try to impress a woman, give her rings and flowers and even a great 5-star restaurant meal. And the women feels like they're not obligated to show intimate affection towards the man in return or whatever. Because that's what the men would at least expect from a woman, to have some intimacy between them. But nope, it's like, if you try to work for something and you get nothing in return, what's the point of wasting your time in continuing to work for something, right?
More men are refusing to play this role, leaving women who relied on such behavior caught off guard. One striking example involved a woman who tried to take advantage of a blind date. On her first meeting, she ordered nearly 30,000 yuan worth of seafood. Halfway through the meal, the man excused himself to take a phone call, but he never returned. He blocked her on social media, leaving her with the entire bill.
So it's like the woman was waiting for the man to come to a dinner and she ordered all those buffets and she was hoping that the man pays for it. That's kind of scummery, honestly. Like, this is something you need to plan in advance. Like, what you're gonna do, the attention, who's gonna pay for and everything. Because if this is not all planned out and you just expect the man to do everything in history, and that, oh, you're a man, you're supposed to know this stuff. Dude, it's like, how are relationships gonna succeed? Because a lot of men are not wealthy. A lot of men are broke these days, especially in my generation, especially the younger Gen Z as well. They don't have the money to go on like exquisite date these days. Whew. I mean, it's just baffled like how they behave.
I've never met such a shameless man. You say you have no money, but then why even go on a date? Yesterday, this man promised to take me to dinner. I ordered seasonal dishes like king crab, black tiger prawn, and sea cucumber. Then, seeing the menu was good, I ordered more sea cucumber and even packed extra for my friends. I also ordered more king crab to take home for my brother to try. He was still cheerful at the start, but after the meal, he said he needed to take a call. I waited 2 hours and he never came back. I called him, but he still didn't answer, and then he blocked me. What kind of person does that? In the end, I had no choice but to pay with my credit card. 28,000 yuan. He just disappeared completely. This guy is unbelievable. Next time, I'll be more careful with blind dates and won't meet such a scumbag again. Online reactions were swift. Many applauded the man, saying a woman who orders thousands of yuan worth of food on a first date deserves to be left with a check. Some refer to it as a textbook example of standing up to gold diggers.
Yeah, because the man knows that you're gonna expect the man to pay for all that stuff. Like, you order all those stuff in a restaurant for all of us to eat and for your friends and everything without him knowing that. That's how it feels to me. And then you expect the man to pay for all that, and then you complain that you had no choice but you to pay for all the things that you order. Well, duh, you ordered all that thing. Yeah, she ordered all that thing. And if the man started to figure out that he's expecting him to pay for all that for that blind date, I'm like, yeah, that's how it feels. I don't know the whole detail of the thing, but from what I'm hearing this video so far, that's what it seems to be.
At a restaurant but refused to pay, claiming she was an angel and wanted to put the meal on the tab.
I can't even put it on my tab here, can I?
Who do you think you're talking to? Do you know who I am? I'm an angel.
Angel. Angels should pay when they eat. Otherwise, you're not really an angel. You want to cheat ordinary people while pretending to be one?
I'm definitely going to pay. I said I wanted to put it on my tab, but they wouldn't let me. I've been waiting for over an hour and my legs are starting to ache.
Since you're an angel, why not just give some money to help out? Let an ordinary person use it, okay?
She couldn't argue anymore, so she started complaining about the food, pointing out every flaw, and even asked the owner for compensation. I originally wanted to put it on the tab, but today I can't. I've waited so long, and the dish smells bad. The duck has no salt, and I'm still hungry. What do I do? How are you going to compensate?
You know what this sounds to me is that when the woman is not able to receive the attention she thinks that she deserves and she's stuck with paying the bills, she starts going around and complaining about the food. So instead of her paying them, they are supposed to refund them. So I feel that she's pretending to dislike the food. I'm pretty sure that she likes the food and that's why she ordered it in the first place. I mean, you gotta do your research if you really want to actually eat something that you really enjoy, right? And then I feel that you do all that order and then the man never showed up so they could pay for it and stuff. And I don't know, these girls think that they're sweet angels, that just because of that they're entitled to get paid for everything and have them pay for her meals and all that stuff, and thinking that the man is the same as a father or something like that, that's expected to pay for everything. Being spoiled, trying to spoil her, pretty much. That's what it is. And since she's not able to get spoiled, she's not able to get a man to pay for her. Well, now she complains about how the food is bad, so that way she could get compensation from these people instead of her having to pay them. So that's how I feel. She's really being fake with that thing. And, there should be a lie detector test. Guys, you really cannot trust most women these days because they will bankrupt you if you go too far with her and you're not sure what her real intentions is. You gotta know everything, her background and everything. Make sure that she's not taking full advantage of you. I mean, let's be honest, my mom never asked my dad for money like that. And my dad still provides because, that's what you gotta do. But at the same time, they should expect more than they deserve, I feel. And this is why you're trying to get out of this situation. You're trying to get in assets that will secure your future wealth, and you only share it with someone who deserves it. And you are aware that, instead of being bankrupt by a woman, you do your own research, you make your own crypto investments, and as you do your research, maybe you may be able to hit it big and be able to become wealthy, owning assets that you have full control over. That woman's not going to have control of your assets there. It's up to you. Anyways, take it away, Angry.
Hey guys, in a world pushing you to own nothing and be happy, crypto is your key to survival. Join Angry's Crypto Academy to master buying, selling, and trading crypto. Make huge profits and safeguard your wealth. Plus, discover the one crypto virtually no one is talking about, poised to create new millionaires in the upcoming bull run. The link is in the description of the video below. Go check it out now.
If you're struggling to get food on the table or just you don't have enough money for groceries and whatnot, the way that you can get food and make money is by getting a part-time job in the restaurant industry and in any capacity like dishwasher, waitress, busboy, host. A lot of the times these restaurants at the end of the day, if you work a PM shift, they will allow you to take free food home. This is just anything that's left over that wasn't purchased from a paying customer before they toss things out. They sometimes, depending on where you work, they'll allow the staff to take food home. And if you work somewhere that they don't allow this, a lot of the times you get a big discount for working there. So this is a way that you can make money, but also save on food costs and get food in, like for low or for free.
Okay, so we're back. Let's continue the commentary a little bit more.
Do you even need to say such things? Then you're not an angel.
This angel's out of money for the past 2 months.
All right. Stop pretending to be crazy. Just pay up already.
The restaurant owner explained that in the end, the angel still left without paying. Online, viewers joked that she was likely one of the leftover women, a term used to describe women usually in their late 20s or older who remain unmarried due to various social pressures and expectations. The collapse of the simp economy has exposed deeper issues. Data from China's Ministry of Civil Affairs shows that only 6.1 million couples registered for marriages in 2024, the lowest in 45 years. The number of men choosing never to marry is now 24 times higher than that of women.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, this simp economy is starting to leave in many countries, China being one of them. So, back in the day, there used to be so many men that will buy whatever for the women just to get their attention. Because there was so much competition, people are willing to do crazy things to please a woman, to get her free things and stuff. And the woman gets so used to receiving so much stuff. And then when a guy doesn't do anymore, she somehow suddenly gets shocked that I'm such a pretty angel, I'm so beautiful and stuff, and this man's not paying for anything. What kind of man does this? And you wonder why these men walks away from you guys. You wonder why, right? Because they expect too much for a man and they're not willing to give much in return. Because if a man realizes that all the things that he's doing for her is a waste of time and he's not gonna get the same type of affection in return with equal value and stuff, then what's the point of impressing these women? Yeah, they're probably becoming leftover women because these leftover women are too spoiled. They cannot make money on their own and stuff. They need a man to, like Angry Guy said before, a man, a man can go and survive on his own, but a woman mostly cannot because, a lot of women needs a man to survive, especially when it comes to different aspects of life, like maintaining a household, providing and all that stuff. There's women that could provide too, but that's very few and far between, to be honest.
Same reason, they no longer want to be taken advantage of. In China's consumer culture, love has increasingly been tied to money. Expensive gifts, luxury bags, and costly dating rituals. For many men, the costs have outweighed the benefits, leading to growing disillusionment with marriage and dating. One online post put it this way: I was led to believe that being good to someone meant I could win their heart, but in reality, I was just paying for an illusion. One commenter said, in the past, men would chase women, thinking they had money and hope for the future, so they were willing to be simping dogs. But now, with the economy slowing down, men are starting to do the math. If you treat me well, I'll treat you well. If you treat me badly, I won't keep tolerating it. Marriage markets across the country also reflect this change. Despite women outnumbering men in many events, expectations remain high. Women with modest incomes still demand men with houses, cars, and six-figure salaries, along with large dowries. Many men simply opt out. Some women who relied on men's spending now find themselves in financial distress. A phenomenon called debt repayment brides has appeared, women offering marriage in exchange for having personal debts paid off.
现在还单身的单身狗们，
Now, for all the single men out there, here's a rare opportunity. Don't miss it. If someone can pay off my 260,000 yuan debt, then buy me a new car and a new iPhone 16, I'll go with him. First come, first served. Don't miss this chance. This stark, transactional approach to marriage not only exposes the financial struggles of some women, but also reflects how, after the collapse of the simp economy,
Yeah, if I ever get married to a woman one day, yeah, I'm not paying thousands upon thousands for a marriage, honestly. Probably I'm just gonna have it get married with the court and maybe have my pastor marry me and my future wife, who knows, and yeah, that's pretty much as simple as it will get. I mean, yes, we'll have a good time, we'll party, we'll travel and all that stuff, but to pay thousands upon thousands of dollars for just one moment in time, like a marriage and a lot of expensive dresses and tuxedo and stuff like that, I might as well just rent the tuxedo, because I'm not going to use it more than just that occasion, I believe. And that's what me and a friend of mine has been talking about lately, if we ever do plan to get married one day. So it's stuff like that. You gotta think, the economy is not as good as it used to, yet the women are disillusioned and they still want the man to pay so much more to impress them, but yet they're not getting enough in return that makes it worthwhile. And like I said, this is why many men are walking away. This is why marriage rates are super low, and then men walking away are a lot higher. This is why this is happening, because women are kind of living in a fantasy world. They're not living in reality. They're not understanding the situation of the man. I mean, I would never go for any woman that does not understand my economic situation, my emotional situation, and after telling her all that she accepts me for who I am, she accepts my flaws, I accept her flaws, and we try to work things out together. If I don't find a woman like that, I'm better off being single forever. I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather be single forever than to end up with a toxic woman that I end up marrying, and then she divorces me. I have to pay child support for 18 plus years. And yeah, it's a lot of mess. I'd rather stay single forever, to be honest.
people are now attempting to turn the tables through marriage. The proposal sparked outrage online, with many comments warning men not to fall into a debt trap. Marriage to pay off debt? I can't believe you'd even think of that. What a trick. Others didn't buy it either. Helped pay off her debt, then she'd just run off. It's true, Chinese people don't deceive Chinese people. Another person commented, these days men are waking up. Who would want to fall into such a debt trap? As the economy declines, the simp economy isn't the only thing crumbling. Many women's survival anxieties are multiplying. One user posted, in times of economic recession, women's anxiety far outweighs that of men. It's almost a law. In the past, society followed a culture where men worked and women stayed home. Men were expected to earn, and women didn't have to be overly strong. The marriage market valued a woman's age, looks, and personality more than her job abilities. However, the economic downturn has brought women's survival issues to the forefront. Not only are they struggling to find quality partners, but they also face employment anxieties, health issues, family pressures, and age-related worries.
Yeah, for a woman, if she goes up to her 30s or more without a boyfriend or a husband, then her life will be a lot more difficult, because around Like the peak of a woman's fertility rate, like to give birth to a healthy child and stuff, is probably between the age of 18 to 26, 27 or so. Maybe a little bit before that, I don't know. But definitely before 30. I mean, women in their 30s are still able to give birth to healthy children as well. Definitely, I'm not going to rule that out. But there is going to be a lot of cases where they're not as healthy in their 30s as they were in their 20s, and they're not as good looking in their 30s as they were in their 20s. Like, I'll be honest with you, I'm not as attracted to women around my age as I used to. I'm more attracted to women in their early 20s. And when I was in my 20s, I used to be attracted to women around my age, a little bit younger as well. But you get the idea. It's something that women has more of a pressure to have a child before their time than a man in their 30s or 40s to have a child in their family as well and having marriage. It becomes a lot more important from a woman to be married than a man, because a man in their 30s and 40s, they could still go for a younger 20-something women, 20-year-old women or something like that, and they'll still have a healthy family life and a healthy baby because, well, that woman is at the age that she's able to give birth healthy for the most part, as long as it doesn't have certain condition, of course. I'm not going to get into that, but you get the idea. Let's do a little bit of the commentary and I'll give my conclusion after that.
Downturn serve as a cautionary tale. When Japan entered an era of stagnant growth, society didn't provide enough space for women who didn't rely on men. Many jobs didn't hire women, leading to severe employment discrimination, and single mothers and women faced harsh living conditions. Long-term single living even triggered widespread mental health issues. Now, many Chinese women are facing similar struggles.
到了我这个年龄，其实没有结婚。
At my age, it's really painful not being married. I'm so scared. What should I do? I'm really scared. The fear inside me keeps me up at night, unable to sleep. Am I going to live my life alone? Growing old alone? I can't even be around men now. I'm afraid of interacting with them. I've been deceived so many times before, and now I have a fear of men. I feel like I'm not like other people. It feels a little abnormal, but it's actually normal. Sometimes I just feel like I'm so conflicted inside. Analysts note that men no longer want to be simping dogs, and this shift has caused the collapse of the gold digger economy. The ripple effects are visible in multiple industries. 1. Luxury goods sector. According to a report by consulting firm Bain & Company, luxury goods sales in mainland China fell 18 to 20% in 2024. Many women with unstable incomes are now reselling secondhand luxury goods to make ends meet. Over the past...
Okay, secondhand luxury goods. So imagine you are a woman that had a man buying all those very expensive goods from very Gucci types of stores that are very pricey. So yeah, I'm gonna conclude this and say yes, that's why, like, when a man leaves him and then she's left with all those purses that the previous man gave her, yeah, in order to make her money back, because now the man's not paying for anything, she has to fare for herself, and she's like pretty much a leftover woman in her 30s or more. Yeah, they gonna have to sell those purses, all those expensive purses, so she can make ends meet and she could have some money to survive and all that stuff, and to pay rent, pay for food and all that stuff. Yeah, that's how it's becoming. A lot of people are selling like expensive goods at a smaller price. That's how I feel. But yeah, what you guys think about this basically this video? If you want to see the rest of it, the link to the original videos in the description below. You can watch the whole thing. And my conclusion to this is we can see why a lot of men are going their own way. A lot of men are just walking away from relationships and romance. Because yeah, as much as I want romantic life as well, as much as I want to find the right woman for me, but the reality is that most women these days, they expect a man to do so much for them and they barely get anything in return. It's like what's the point if that's the case? Then you might as well stay alone, because like I'm not getting rewarded like I should if I make the effort to please her, to gift her, to take her out to eat at a fancy restaurant. Like, this is why I hesitate so much to do it, because Like, the economy is bad. The economy sucks, man. Like, you gotta be careful what you spend your money on these days. That's why I hesitate sometimes. Sometimes the past women is like, oh, you didn't bought enough for me. Oh, this is cheap. I'm pretty sure the next guy would have bought me something better. And you try to compare me with the other guy. And I'm just my own person. I have my own situation. Everyone's situation is different. And if you don't understand that, then I might as well just break up with you here, for example. Like, that's how it feels these days. Yeah, let me know in the comment section below your thoughts about this whole thing. Are you still struggling to get a woman in your life as a man? Or are you a woman? Like, if there is any women watching Angry Guy's channel, are you someone that's struggling to get a man in your life? Do you understand why? Because women don't have to struggle as much. Like, if they're in their 20s or in their late teens and stuff, they don't have to struggle much to get someone in their life. There's a lot of simps out there, but so slowly but surely the simps are slowly gonna realize, man, I spend so much money. Because I hate it when I see simps, they spend like $20,000 or $45,000 on little Tay to make her a millionaire in under a week after she turned 18, after she made her OnlyFans. Are you serious? That's insane, honestly. Like, I don't understand these people. And that's why I hope that all these simps starts waking up and realizing that they're not getting much in return by spending all that money on her. Like, you're just empowering her to become more spoiled. Yes, you are empowering her to become more spoiled and get more attention from other guy that's not you. Yeah. So it baffles me when I hear stuff like that anyways, that I know that I cannot compete with so many and I don't want to waste my time competing with them. I just want to please the one woman that no one else is paying attention to and just me, and she's only paying attention to me, and you know, make it work. And maybe, you know, I'm definitely not gonna get her OnlyFans. I'm definitely not gonna help her there. Why? Because yeah, if she gets too spoiled on OnlyFans, she may divert from me. And that could happen a lot to a lot of people. Anyways, that's all I have to say. If you want to check out Angry Guy also on Rumble, it's in the description below. If you want to see or hear uncensored content from him, there you go. And you can check out also the Angry Crypto Academy if you want to invest into crypto and know which coins will be recommended from us for you to invest in. And check out my YouTube channel, Magbo Gaming. I'm mostly focused on gaming related topics there, so I hope you enjoy. And I'll see you all in the next one. Magbo out. Peace.